Hello. So, today we're getting ready to do some batch content. So, I'm super excited because it's Saturday, and finally, I'm going to go ahead and put together some batch content for the upcoming next few weeks because we're going to end this quarter strong with less than 90 days now into the end of the year. I want to make sure that you get all the value, quality, and engagement is possible coming from me. Get ready to be sick of me because you're not going to be sick of me. You're going to actually love everything that I got up and coming from the Glow with AI series to help you streamline and automate your businesses. And also AI content creation. We're also going to get into our series of our podcast, right? Your Skin, Your Story. I'm super excited because we're on season 2, where our first season we talked about and showed up about resilience. We had guests come up on our podcast and talk about their stories and how empowering and inspiring it was as they went along in their journey to align with their dreams and their goals. I mean, we've done all of the things when it came to wellness and betterment for season 1. We had speakers and people like Brittany Wilder, who was on our featured podcast. We also had my mom, of course, as a special guest. We talked about healing and overcoming generational curses. We had so many different guests come on to just showcase and tell their story. Now, season 2, baby, you're going to fall in love with season 2 because season 2 is going to be all about love and relationship. So I opened up the first intro of that season with a beautiful poem from me. What is love? So I'm definitely gonna pull out my pen and notebook and start writing again. So that way I can keep those poems coming in, keep that creative flow going. I always love poetry. Always been a poetic person in general in my teenage years, and then I put the pen down and life started lifing. But to say the least, we are definitely going to keep those poems, keep the episodes up and rolling. And today we're going to get ready for that content. So I'm super excited about that. Okay. I hope everyone else out there is having a wonderful weekend. Now, let's get into the story time and sharing what I've currently experienced over the last past few days. I've been having, like, I don't know about you guys and if this ever happens to you, but I have like the most strangest, weird dreams when I have a deep message or life change event that is coming. So the past few days, really, I had these dreams of me being in like this big luxury house, and just being surrounded by support and love and all of the things. And it's been very interesting because even in like my content that I've been making has been very like high quality, where I envision myself the person that I want to align with, which is my higher self. It's reflecting in my content. And I started thinking, like, should I focus more on content creation and media versus my skincare business? I started really, really like putting it in perspective because in this age that I'm in now, in this season, I've been doing like a lot of like shifting, alignment, type of shadow work, unconsciously and consciously. So of course I went and started getting therapy and doing things in that nature. But then also what really got me was these dreams and stuff I've been having and what it's been showing and telling me. And I cut off like so many people in my life, like people that I thought was friends, people from my past, people who I grew up with. Like I started eliminating the spaces that I was in, groups, organizations, all these type of things that just was no longer serving me. The type of people I was dating, like just so much. I literally just shifted within a short amount of time, and then I started thinking about like my career goals, my financial life, and what I wanted that to look like for me. Um, so I started getting and digging into different things that I thought maybe I can see myself doing, but being passionate about it because I'm the type of person where I really feel like I'm built and meant to be an entrepreneur. Like when I say I cannot keep a job, thank you so much for subscribing, Mia. I appreciate that. Or extra MIA. Hope I said that right. But appreciate the subscribe, um, the subscribe, however you say it. Listen, I got black, I got white. What you want? I'm the only one here. No, there's 20 people on here now. Look, don't sleep. Love you. Oh, thank you. Love you too. Extra MIA. Listen, don't sleep on YouTube because one minute it'll be like one person in the room, but before you know it, we're jumping to 100. So let's not sleep on the stream. I love the platform over here on YouTube, and I also love how y'all are so interactive. Like y'all talk to me and I talk back, right? Hey, Queen A. Hey, Genesis. How are you? I hope all is well. And I love how everybody comes in from like all different walks of life. I know we're in different states, countries, time zones, and I just think that's a beautiful thing how technology really integrates us. But back to what I was saying. You take I don't know what that is. I'm so sorry. I don't know what that is. But if you enlighten me, I will let you know if I do or not. But back to what I was saying with these dreams, right? I was having dreams of being in this big house and just cutting off a lot of people in my life, in real life. And I started seeing like shifts and different changes, and not just like what's surrounding me and what I've been attracting, but also in my energy, right? Thank you so much, programmer. I appreciate that. Thank you. I'm doing well, and I hope you're having an amazing weekend as well, too. So when I started experiencing these dreams and stuff, I like to decode my dreams. I like to try to figure out the meaning of what the message is telling me. Because anytime we have vivid dreams, it is telling you something. And let me know if you guys have vivid dreams as well. Okay, Michael Hart. Well, I would love to. I would love to partner. I'm always open to collaborations and different things. Just let me know what you got in mind, and if it's something that aligns with what I currently believe in or do, we can set that up. I have to go. Okay, well, programmer, you enjoy your party. So you suggest this one? Yes, I do. That gives. It gives for the theme of the party. Go ahead and enjoy yourself. Enjoy your weekend and be safe. So as I was mentioning too in this story, Get Ready with Me, the whole point of it all, as I'm trying to decode like what these dreams were saying, I was just like, wow, like I just started seeing like my higher self showing me that it's possible and not to give up. Because right before I went to sleep, I literally shed tears because I was like, I should give up maybe on my skincare business, align with something that is more financially stable. Being a entrepreneur, your life and your finances is so unpredictable. Although you have the luxury of flexibility, working with the people that you want to work with, making certain decisions, and having that freedom, you also have a downside to entrepreneurship that most people don't like to talk about until they're already up. I'm currently in that season. I'm not where I want to be, but I know that I'm aligning with it and I'm going to eventually get there. And I just started feeling like a shift in everything around me. And what I mean by that is the fact that I know what I want, and I've always been clear on the vision of what I want, but I haven't always aligned myself with that because of my mindset and not necessarily 100% believing in myself. Where I come from and what I've been through have impacted and shifted my unconscious thoughts. And then I'm like unlearning and relearning all of the things. And then also starting to believe so much in myself. I decided I'm not going to play small anymore. I am worthy of being in certain places, spaces, and being celebrated, no matter how big or how small the win is, right? So as I started shifting my mindset, and when I realized, like, okay, is this business, is my skincare business, Glow with Purpose, something that I need to keep continuing doing? I wasn't sure, so I asked myself. I said, okay, so if I was to stop running the business and doing it, would I still use the products? The answer was yes. I'm going to still use the products. And I'm like, I use my daily facial wash every single day, twice a day. This is the only thing that I use that doesn't strip my skin, makes it feel dry when I'm out the shower. Like, it hydrates it, it makes my skin even tone. I get a nice glow. It's plant based. Like, it makes sense. Like, I will use the product. Oh, well, thank you. You definitely will love it. Like, you will fall in love with it. And this, I have products for men and women. It's all eco-friendly, plant-based, and I absolutely love it. So it's glowwithpurpose.com, and I have been using these products for years. And I'm like, even when I was going through my hormonal acne phase, when I was going through my dry patch phase, which in this season I'm currently going through right now, honestly. It has helped me heal my skin in drastic ways. I use my aloe facial moisturizer every single day. Like, I don't have to rub stinky aloe on my skin to get the same results that's in my moisturizer with hyaluronic acid, helping me with anti-aging and all of the things. I have a great eye serum that helps with the dark spot, the dark circles, the puffy eyes. As you can see, like, I've always had puffy bags under my eyes, but this have helped it go down tremendously with the peptide. I stay up late just being an entrepreneur, being a mom, doing all of the things. This helped me with my eyes, you know? I also have a youthful glow serum. This helps with my overall skin, with the elasticity, the texture of my skin, the fine lines and wrinkles. I lost like almost 30 pounds, you guys, really fast. My weight goes up and down. And I noticed my smile lines gotten deeper. I noticed certain things with my skin, and this bounced it right back. So it's just certain things that I know I can't live without. Now, don't skip your sunscreen, but get you a good sunscreen. So far, I've been using the Hydro Boost City Shield. It's a water gel sunscreen, so it's not heavy and greasy. I absolutely love this. This is actually not from my brand; it's from Neutrogena. But I just feel like I wanted to share this because it really complements well with my product. It doesn't leave like that white film all over your face. All of those things. Thank you so much, programmer, for the likes. Yes. So I already used the paste for eyes. That's awesome. Definitely, I feel like you have to use something for your eyes because that's the most delicate area of your skin. And your aging and everything shows up first there with your eyes. So that's absolutely amazing. Nice packaging. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Can you suggest me some leather pants, please? What kind of leather pants? I will go for black leather pants, especially for the theme that you're going for. I think that would be super cool. Either black or red leather pants for a gothic theme. Do you own any? I did, but like I said, my weight goes up and down, so I get rid of a lot of my clothes from time to time. I'm learning not to do that. But right now I have a leather skirt that I wear. I have two leather skirts. One is long and one is short. So could you show me the leather pants you own? I don't have any leather pants. I just have skirts. I have two leather skirts. That'd be a great option too. Yes, it will be. But I highly suggest. What I really suggest is just going based upon your own style. Don't be unique and stand out. When you have your own taste, in fashion. It's good to get inspiration like from Pinterest and other people, but I think the best thing to do is just to follow your own fashion taste, whatever it is that you like. Like, don't look for validation and seek validation from others. Like, go look on Pinterest or go to the store and go see what leather pants or leather skirts that you like. And if you like it, that's all that matters. That's the one that you wear. That's the one that you go for. That's what I highly suggest. I feel like we live in a society right now where everybody wants to look like everybody. Everybody wants to copy everybody. Everyone wants to sound the same. Like, there's no originality anymore. Like, let's bring originality back. Let's bring uniqueness back, and you be the trendsetter. Okay? You be the one showing off the leather skirts and the leather pants that you like. You become the trendsetter. Don't follow the trends, be the trend. That's what I suggest. But no, I'm not going to get any leather skirts or anything because that wasn't what this video is about. Um, this is a get ready with me video, so I'm going to continue to get ready. So I hope you have a good time at your party and you enjoy your time. Be yourself and do you. Stop seeking validation from other people. That's what I suggest. Now, back to what I was saying. Um, what I was saying is pretty much how aligning with the life that you want. Sometimes we have self-doubt. Sometimes we have our slow seasons where we feel like we're not doing enough or maybe what we're doing isn't working. And I just started to feel like that in this season of my life, although that's not true because the results and everything speaks for itself when it comes to your life. Like, I was able to accomplish a lot of the things that I've been wanting to accomplish within the last few years. And it's time to slow down and just celebrate our small wins, right? Celebrate the things that maybe you didn't have or accomplish last year that you did this year. Celebrate the fact that you're even starting. Celebrate the fact that you may not see the results that you will want to see, but you're still getting results. Like, I think everything in life is worth being celebrated. And we don't give ourselves enough credit. So as I was doubting myself and thinking about quitting my business, it made me reflect. And I said, I'm not going to give up. And I'm not going to allow these thoughts to take over my life. I'm not going to allow my emotions to dictate my life anymore, any longer. Because in doing that, I've only slowed myself down. And consistency is the name of the game. And if I keep taking these pauses, if I keep stopping, if I keep not showing up for myself, then I'm never going to accomplish the things that I want. So I had to just go to sleep and meditate on that. And then that's when I started having the dreams that I was telling you guys about with me being in this big house and all of the things. And then I woke up and I seen the notification. Normally I wake up and do my affirmation, but I just felt the need for some reason when I see this notification, I had to actually open it up and look at it. And it said that congratulations, you have 500 streams and downloads from your podcast on Spotify. And I just was like, wow. And you look gorgeous. Thank you, Edward. And here I am over here doubting myself, thinking no one's paying attention, no one's really, all of these things. I'm not getting the results that I want. I'm putting out so much. I'm adding so much value, and no one really cares. Like, I'm thinking all of these things, and then boom, here goes the notification that shows me, like, girl, stop it. Cut it out. You're doing great. Okay? So I've also noticed, like, just like my personal brand and how I've been showing up consistently online, how, not to sound like, I don't know, I'm not even going to say that because I don't sound like that, but I'm just saying, like, it's been just interesting how when you start consistently showing up online, building your personal brand, how much people are really inspired by you, even if they don't say they're inspired by you. Let me put it that way. There's people out there who likes your style. There's people out there who likes what you're doing, who like how you speak, who like how you put your words together in captions, who like, you pivoting to other industries or different things that you've always been interested in doing or already been doing. There's people out there who's literally genuinely inspired by that. They don't have to like your post. They don't have to tell you, hey, I'm inspired. Just they see how you move and they're trying to move in that same direction. And that tells you that you're doing everything you're supposed to be doing. Clock it. That's T. Everything you're supposed to be doing. You're in alignment and you're doing exactly what you're supposed to do. And I had to realize that, like, girl, like, the way you're showing up right now, you may not be getting the results that you want or that you feel you deserve. But trust and believe, people are paying attention. They're paying attention close. They want to be right on the side of you on this journey with you, doing exactly what it is that you say you're gonna do, and they see it evolving and manifesting into real time. So now they're doing it. Now they're seeing your greatness and seeing your worth and your value. When before, when you were in their space, when you were there with them and you were trying to show your value, it wasn't appreciated then, but it's more appreciated now than ever. Now that you bet it on yourself, it's time that we stop waiting for people to put us in position and put ourselves in position. It's time to stop doing things that we think is going to only get us the people to support and just start supporting ourselves. And that's how you start manifesting a world of what you want and your desires and your dreams. I started seeing results after I stopped pouring so much into other people and other places and started focusing more on me. That's when I started seeing more results. That's when I started seeing the same people who I once wanted support from actually started supporting me. Once I started believing in myself more is when I started noticing more people seeing and believing in me and wanting to support me and what I have going on. So that's just how it works. Like, we do live in a society where it's kind of like a monkey see, monkey do world, where it's like, okay, this person we see is growing or getting support. Let me go ahead and support too. But before you even start seeing the support from these people, before you even start getting the visibility that maybe you feel you want or desire, you have to put yourself out there and be your biggest fan and support yourself first. Like, forget about the crowds, forget about, the analytics sometimes, and just look at why you're doing what you're doing. Is it about being seen or is it about impact? Because I know for me, it's about impact. It's about showing up, creating a brand that empowers people. That's my why. That's why I've even started doing skincare. That's why I even started coming up with all of the creativity and things that I've been doing. It's always been bigger than myself. It's always been bigger than me just going after, the things that I want. I've always been that type of person along my journey, helping someone, being genuine, sharing, resources, being resourceful, not being a gatekeeper. Like, people know me of being this person and being all of those things. So I'm like, that's always been my why. No matter what lane, industry, or anything that I'm doing, the why and the mission always stood solid and stood the same. It's for the people. It's for legacy. It's a mission. It's divine alignment. It's more than just trying to achieve these tangible things. I heard so many people get online like, oh yeah, I want the big house. I want this. I want that. Although I dream and desire of those things, and there's nothing wrong with desiring and achieving those things. But when your mission and your purpose is bigger than that, it keeps you going even before you become that, before you achieve that. That's not the main focus. That's not the main goal. That's why I don't do what they call a lot of attraction marketing. A lot of people do attraction marketing, which is basically they showing off their Rolex. They're showing off their, luxury cars and all of these things. That's nice to have, but that's not the focal point. I may post a few pretty pictures showing, a luxury car or a luxury house or whatever the case is, but that's not my whole brand and what I stand for. Okay? If you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything. And people know and recognize my brand for being resourceful, being a resourceful, inspiring woman. That's always been my brand. And people always can say, I learned something from her, or she taught me this, or she made me feel this way, or whatever the case is. I've always been that person. So I'm just like, why am I over here doubting myself, not believing in myself? When I know I've already been an impact for so many people, regardless of if it's visible or not, or online or not, I just feel like we don't give ourselves enough benefit of the doubt while we're giving everyone else the benefit of the doubt. Stop giving so many people the benefit of the doubt if you're not giving yourself that. Stop giving so many people this grace if you're not giving yourself that. It's time to make sure you pour into you and you fill your cup before anyone else's. They get your overflow. They don't get what's coming from your cup. You don't have to pour your cup out on empty in order to fill theirs when you can just overflow your cup and they can be able to bring their cup up to your overflow and get from that. You come first. You matter first. And that's just something I feel like a lot of people who have kind hearts or very giving, very optimistic about life and people in general needs to remember. And sometimes, we're not perfect, so we do get caught up in a rat race, or we get caught up with being around people who only want to take, and not give or reciprocate the energy you giving. And that's okay, because all of that is just going to teach you and going to be your guide on what not to do and who not to be. And you can be better. You can do better. You can evolve, surpass just that. Just being a go-to person, and then all you're doing is taking from people. People eventually notice and feel it and know that this is not a safe space of where I feel good in for whatever reason. And I want people to feel good. Now, my phone is on 2% while I'm over here ranting to you guys. So I'm going to go ahead and get my charger. I'll be back. Okay, we might need to change the POV so we can be closer to this charger over here before it goes out. Let's see if I can catch it before the phone's died for this. Let's see. All right. Oh, I have to piece the microphone too. Let's see, right here is good. All right, we're charging up now. Okay. Okay, perfect. We're charging up. No longer need this microphone. Because make sure we turn it off. There we go. Because that microphone does die pretty quick. Okay, so as I was saying, make sure to fill your cup up first, because that's where burnout start to take place, where you're like trying to support other people, their dreams, and thinking that they're going to reciprocate the same energy because you will hope that they're a good person like you, because you know that you're a good person and you're the type of person that will receive the same energy to people that you expect that out of other people. That's when we get things wrong, is going in with expectations. We can't expect anything from anybody. They don't owe us anything. So that's why you have to know your why when you're going into doing anything that you want to do, and stick to it. Because the moment you don't is when you start getting disappointed. And if you don't want to get disappointed, then you need to focus on you.
You need to focus on your goals. You need to focus on your desires and your dreams. And I think that's where I went wrong in a lot of my situations, trying to see the betterment in people, wanting to support other people, and hoping that they'll pour into me the way that I pour into them. It just doesn't work like that. You know, this is the real world, and people play for keeps. Okay, some people out here, they want to see you do good, but not better than them. Sometimes people, you would think that they're there to support you and cheer you on, but really they're in position to be your competition. They're trying to watch what you do so they can be your competition or place somebody else in a position of being your competition. But nobody can ever be you. That's the thing that most people don't understand. They don't have your light. They can never have your light. What you have is unique to you. And no one cannot take that from you. You can't compete where you don't compare. Because God gave you a gift that most people may wish they can be able to tap into, but because they're not obedient, because they're not in alignment, because they're trying to copy, because they're trying to be the competition, is why they never get far in life. Which is why they never define who they are in life. Figure out what their purpose is in this world, in life is. Because they're watching you and they want to dim your light or take your light from you so they can compete, and that never ever works out in their favor. So that's just my little rant I wanted to touch on, because I notice a lot of people do that in the world today, where it's like, instead of supporting, they try to compete. Instead of saying I'm inspired and admired by you, they copy and then try to outdo you, when knowing that it's not even their lane. You can't outdo somebody who is just being their authentic self. They're not in competition with you. They only want the best for you. You know? So that's just some encouraging words and words from the wise. That was my 30-minute rant. While I'm getting ready. But yeah, I literally almost thought about quitting my business, and I'm glad that I had that little epiphany in the dream that I had to show me, like, girl, no, that is not the goal. That is not what you need to be thinking of or what you need to be doing. And I'm just happy to celebrate my win of 500 streams and downloads, okay, on Spotify. My podcast is called Your Skin, Your Story, and it is streaming on all major platforms. So make sure to tune into it. Make sure to leave a review, some feedback, and it's going to be so much more in store that I'm super excited about. So can't wait to share that with you guys. But I'm not I love makeup, but I'm not a makeup girly per se. Like, most of my content does not revolve around makeup, but it's mainly skincare, if anything. And when you have good, clear, glowing skin, that's the real foundation. That's how you win in the makeup game. Okay? That's just how you do it. But I can't wait, because we're gonna batch out this content. I'm gonna get prepared of all of the things, write down my to-do list for tonight and this weekend, and we're gonna get her done. And then hopefully you guys will be tuning in and enjoying what's being put out. And if you have any suggestions on what kind of content you want to listen to, what kind of content you want to hear, feel free to let me know. Don't be shy. I take suggestions and I take positive criticism as well. But I would love to hear from you guys on what to talk about, what subjects we want to hear, and then we can be able to mix that in. Right now, we're touching on Glow with AI, which I absolutely love because it's very hands-on and interactive. And then we have an upcoming Glow with AI content event that's going to be coming up at the end of this month. Super excited about that, thanks to mini chats and many more. And also we have our season 2 podcast, Your Skin, Your Story. And this season is going to be all about love and relationships. So make sure you guys tune into that because it's going to be a lot of juicy stuff that we're going to get into. And then eventually I do want to make sure that we tap into a few more things. Hey Jacob, how are you? Tap into a few more things that I'm not going to announce just yet. But you're going to see exactly when I start announcing and rolling out all of the things. Okay? So, if anyone is in Georgia, there is some upcoming events that I will be attending. Me and my brand, Glow with Purpose, will be in the building. So definitely want to make sure that you stick around and join my email list at glowwithpurpose.com so that way I can be able to get you tapped into the community and share where we will be hosting the event and also other events that I will be in the building and a part of with my glowers. Okay. I also love a little simple, soft glam. Nothing too major, nothing too crazy. And there we have it. Alright, so just so I can continue my consistency with my other platforms, we are now going to pivot over on TikTok. If you want to continue to connect with me, you want to continue to see all the different versions of my personality, then you definitely going to want to stop over on my bio on my channel and follow me on Instagram and follow me on TikTok. So I am going to go ahead over to TikTok so that way I can get started with streaming over there as I fix my edges and put on my lashes. So talk to you guys soon. Thank you for tuning in and thank you for the subscriptions. Thank you for the likes and I'll talk to you guys later.